Episode 5. Isaiah's Prophecy. Gentiles who keep the Sabbath are blessed. If the Sabbath is only for the Jews, then why does the Old Testament prophesy that Gentiles will be blessed for keeping it? Let's expose this false claim with one of the most powerful Sabbath prophecies in the Bible, Isaiah 56, 6-7, KJV. Also, the sons of the stranger that join themselves to the Lord. Everyone that keepeth the Sabbath from polluting it, and taketh hold of my covenant, even them will I bring to my holy mountain, and make them joyful in my house of prayer. This passage smashes the idea that the Sabbath was exclusive to Israel. It clearly says, sons of the stranger, non-Israelites, Gentiles, who keep the Sabbath and join themselves to the Lord will be blessed. This is not a vague metaphor. It's a direct prophecy declaring that Gentiles will take hold of the Sabbath covenant and receive full access to God's blessings, the holy mountain and the house of prayer. Did God say, only Israel must keep the Sabbath? No. He said, everyone who keeps the Sabbath and takes hold of my covenant, even the Gentiles, will be accepted and blessed. This verse alone should silence every pastor, priest, or skeptic who claims that was for the Jews. Because God himself, through the prophet Isaiah, said it was also for the Gentiles who choose to obey him. Think about it. If God intended to abolish the Sabbath when Jesus came, why would he inspire Isaiah to prophesy about Gentiles keeping it in the future? Why would God promise them joy and acceptance in his house for obeying something he supposedly planned to do away with? This is proof that the Sabbath was never meant to be a temporary law for a temporary people. It is a permanent sign of a permanent covenant for all who choose to be part of God's family. And what's even more shocking, this prophecy is forward-looking. It speaks not of Isaiah's day, but of a time when Gentiles all over the world would come to God through the Messiah, Jesus Christ. It's happening now. Gentiles who accept Jesus and submit to his commandments are now the fulfillment of this prophecy. But tragically, many have been deceived into rejecting the very blessing God foretold. They've traded the Sabbath for Sunday. They've rejected the covenant for tradition. They've chosen man's word over God's word. But God is calling his people back. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, and call the Sabbath a delight, then shalt thou delight thyself in the Lord. Isaiah 58, 13-14. The Sabbath is not bondage, it's a delight. It's not a curse, it's a covenant blessing. It's not for one group. It's for every soul who joins themselves to the Lord, and that includes you. So let Isaiah speak louder than tradition. Let God's word tear down every false wall that separates believers from obedience. The Sabbath is not Jewish, it is divine, and all who join themselves to the Lord must take hold of it.